Henyard has hired me to stand up to these people and to help her take back the mayor's office from corrupt influences that threaten it. And that is why we are here, and that is what we intend to do.
More drama in Dolton. Tensions rising tonight with Mayor Tiffany Henyard defying village trustees and moving forward with a meeting they had postponed.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard still showed up and appointed a new village administrator and a new village attorney.
Last night, Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard made a significant move, appointing a new top aide to a $100,000 a year position. What's raising eyebrows? This decision was made without board consent. The appointee? 34-year-old Michael A. Smith. This unexpected development has certainly stirred up conversation in Dolton.
Mike is he have a wealth of great information. He's a young person and ex-politician. He knows the laws like the back of his hand.
Smith has been charged at least 8 times, with crimes ranging from domestic battery to official misconduct in 2012. Smith, then a young trustee in Dixmoor, resigned after pleading guilty to theft when he allegedly stole gasoline by posing as a police officer. Then in 2018, Smith was working as an assistant dean at Dolton Fractional High School when he was fired for sexual harassment of a female student, grooming a student with lascivious intent and inappropriate aggressive behavior towards a male student. According to his termination letter, Smith was accused of contacting a 15-year-old female F student on Snapchat with inappropriate comments and making her his girlfriend. One word comes to mind when you are talking about the situation in Dolton dysfunctional. The village of Dolton is caught in a deeply dysfunctional split between Mayor Tiffany Henyard and the Board of Trustees. What should be a collaborative effort to serve the community has turned into a sad and embarrassing display of power struggles and finger-pointing.
Mayor Henyard came to see me and asked to engage my office to represent her because Mayor Tiffany Henyard is under attack. Make no mistake about it, Mayor Henyard is under attack. She is under attack by a corrupt board of trustees that believes that they can subvert the will of the people and take over the mayor's office and the mayor's duties without ever winning that election. She is under attack by underhanded political machines.
With Tiffany Henyard at the helm, chaos continues to reign. This is a complete breakdown of leadership, and the impact is being felt by everyone in this community. I thought this meeting was canceled. I'm actually on the road right now. Not even back in my house. I thought, well, okay, I don't have to worry about doing any kind of live stream on the road. The meeting is canceled. The trustees cancel it. So we'll just have to worry about doing this next week. But nope. Henyard had different plans. The latest meeting, which wasn't a meeting, is just more of the political tug-of-war between her and the Board of Trustees. We're going to talk a little bit about what happened in this, I don't even know what you call it, I guess speech of Mayor Hongan and her gang of lawyers, and what they had to say about the situation. But it's just devolved into this public spectacle of dysfunction before we even talk about the meeting. Let's talk about what Quam Rule announced. The Attorney General concluded that the board did not make their June 3rd and July 1st of this year their meeting convenient and open to the public, which is required by law. Several complaints were filed by local residents, alleging that the meetings were held in such a way that made it difficult for the public to attend these issues. Included the board blocking streets and parking limiting seating to only 40 people, and failing to offer alternatives like additional seating. Many elderly and disabled individuals were reportedly unable to access the meetings as they were forced to walk long distances in the heat. I don't know if you remember, July was really hot. Han's administration argued that these measures were taken for security reasons, citing threats against Mayor Tiffany Han. The Attorney General found that administration did not provide enough proof to have these extreme measures. The ruling directed the board to ensure future meetings are held in an accessible manner, including using larger venues and removing unnecessary security measures like blockades and road closures that hinder public access. We're going to see if Mania Henyard changes her tune. I don't think so, in my opinion. And I think opinion of many others. The Attorney General needs to step in a more aggressive fashion. This is a dysfunctional situation. Higher-ups need to be there to stop this nonsense. It's embarrassing, this is going out of control. The federal investigation is going to take time. But in the meantime, the Attorney General, even the governor need to do more. That is just my opinion. But let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about this meeting, the meeting that should have not have happened. So in typical Mayor Henyard fashion, as she did with the Thornton Township meeting, Mayor Henyard held a meeting with no qualm, with no proper notice. She marched ahead declaring that the Board of Trustees cannot cancel a board meeting.
Individuals that do the day-to-day. What people don't understand is the legislative branch, which is the Board of Trustees, they do not run the day-to-day operation. So while they're trying to impede on the duties of the executive branch, which is normally the village administrator, and it trickles down, it's sad because they cannot get access to an email, let alone myself, and I'm the mayor of the town.
Which is kind of hilarious because these meetings supposed to happen twice a month. Henyard only has it once a month. She has been canceling meetings for the last year, in change, even longer than that. All of a sudden, now the Board of Trustees can't cancel the meeting. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to dysfunction. This was a power play, the mayor standing alone, assisting that she had the right to run the village without the very people elected to help her govern. This wasn't about keeping the village operations going, because you can't do anything without a KOR. It's about control. The trustees had delayed the meeting to finalize key issues, like the village budget and hiring a new order. Yet Mayor Henyard ignored that, choosing to use the platform to push her narrative, typical politics in Illinois. And by her side, not the usual village council you expect for village matters, but 3 criminal defense attorneys. Why does a mayor need 3 defense attorneys to run a village meeting, in my opinion? It sends a message. It's not just about a political struggle. It's about political survival, a political war that Mayor Henyard is fighting, because at this point, she's in a lot of trouble. She knows it. That's why these lawyers are not for defense of the village, is for the defense of the mayor. This is not about governance. They're not village lawyers. Obviously, they're not financial experts. They're criminal defense attorneys, the kind you call when you're in serious trouble with the law. And let's see. And the main one, the very dramatic Boblé, had a lot to say.
You know what you got to do to cancel one of these meetings? You got to give 10 days of notice. 10 days of notice to the public. Certainly notice to the mayor. You know what they did? They didn't give you any notice at all.
So just like the Thor Township, when the trustees did not attend, and there was no qualm hard, just continued to go on the defensive, painting herself as the victim of this political plot. Despite not providing any true evidence, no receipts, we're still waiting for them.
You mistaken, because I grew up here when it was strictly white. Now it's majority black. So all I'm saying to you is it's been a big change, a big difference, and I still want to uplift my community and I want to grow my community. But I will not be bullied. I will not be assaulted. I will not be so many words that I want to say that I ain't gonna say. Thank you. So all I'm saying to you is enough, and we have to start now by fighting back and taking our community back. And it starts with us as the people. Because at the end of the day, guys, we are the ones that have to do the thing. We are the ones that got to go to the city. We are the ones that got to make the change and be the example of the change, because you are watching what we do today. And if we don't change it, it will never, ever, ever change.
When you think about it, if she's a victim, why does she need such heavy legal firepower? The presence of these lawyers suggests that Henyard isn't just fighting for her political future. She's just fighting to stay out of deeper legal trouble. The financial state of Dolton is spiraling out of control. The Illinois comptroller, already frozen due to Hahn's administration, the growing concerns over fiscal mismanagement. There isn't any solutions being provided. Hard. Just pushing forward in this political fight, insisting that she is there to discuss paying the village bills. But we've already seen many instances in past meetings of how they talk to each other when it comes to paying the village bills. Nothing really happens. This financial issue is a direct result of hard leadership or lack thereof. Dolton residents, who already face one of the highest property taxes rates in Cook County, are left wondering how their money is being spent and why the village can't get its finances in order. And it's despite all the allegations of hangers spending taxpayer money on luxury hotels and expensive meals during this meeting. Henyard tried to position herself as someone dedicated to improving Dolton. She spoke about paying bills and helping the village grow, but actions speak louder than words, and her alleged lavish spending suggests that she's more focused on her own comfort than the well-being of the people she's supposed to serve. This kind of leadership is not what Dolton needs throughout this meeting again. If you'll call that, Henyard repeatedly blamed the trustees for everything wrong in Dolton, accusing them of political retaliation. She framed herself as the underdog in the fight to save the village from the obstruction. Hane's decision to defy them and hold her own meeting seems like another desperate move to hold on to power, her constant reshuffling of key village positions. The firing and hiring of people without consulting the trustees is a sign of instability. Dolton's leadership is fractured, and Henyard, in my opinion, is only making it worse by refusing to work with the trustees. This is a broken relationship, and I don't think there's any way that they've been able to fix this in the end. It's the people of Dolton who are suffering the most. The village is in financial freefall, and its funds frozen by the state, with no clear plan to fix the problem. Meanwhile, the mayor is crashing out, obviously spent a lot of taxpayer money on nonsense, and now using defense attorneys to shield herself from accountability. This is a very toxic environment that's holding a village back, one would hope. That the Attorney General and the Governor will do something more about it. But I don't think they're going to do anything. It's political season. They're more worried about what's going on with the presidential election than actually helping the village of Dolton special.